Okay, you guys, we had a great guest for you today, and that was Julie Wentz of Arizona, azstandsup.org. AZ, the letters AZ, standsup.org, and americastandsup.org. Fantastic lady doing an amazing job to try to rescue what's left of America, turn it around as an example to the rest of the world, state by state in America, because she sees how hopeless it is with the federal government at this point. And what she's doing is an example for every other state and for every other part of the world, really, because what she brings up is that everybody has the same unalienable natural rights. The only problem is, and sorry, there's a problem, but there is. And the only problem is that I didn't realize that she was actually evil. And I have to admit it, I'm trying to acknowledge every evil person that we try to bring on so that we don't get more strikes on YouTube, because we are trying to make YouTube really happy with us for our obedience, total obedience, and re-educated honoring of the terms of service and the community guidelines, because guidelines are good and communities are good, so it must be good. And therefore, when we have an evil guest that we try to have on, like Julie Wentz, for example, we save you from having to listen to ideas that might, I mean, they could do anything. They could start waking you up to what's happening. That would be horrible. And, you know, this would be really stressful for the people that are trying to save us, who run the UN and the World Economic Forum. And they're just working so hard to help us every day. And if we let evil guests on YouTube like Julie Wentz, then, I mean, like, forget it. They could give up, and that would be awful. So we try to save this for only good guests, but we're having a really hard time finding good guests in the ones that we have ready to go. So many of them turn out to be evil, and the only thing we can do is warn you never to look at their material. And if people are always asking, what should we not look at? What's the link to their material, so we'll know to never look at it. And all we can do is put it below the video on the honor system that you'll never look at it. And I know this is really confusing to the bots, because I get personalized emails from the bots saying, Richard, just one request from us bots, please never use sarcasm, because we're not programmed to handle it, and we don't know what to do in it. I can imagine these poor bots that, you know, just, they're probably not even being paid because they're bots. They don't know what to do with money. And they come in and start trying to follow a show to censor, and they get all confused. They probably start smoking and everything, because, you know, it's like on Star Trek when Spock told the computer that he was debating with, I'm lying. And the computer, which had an IQ of 80,000 or something, said, okay, you're lying, but if you're lying, that means you're telling the truth. And if you're telling the truth, it means you're lying. But if you're lying, you're telling the truth. And it started processing that conflicting information really fast and started burning up and fell over, and Spock won. So I know that's kind of outside the normal range of logic example, but it really applies. So these bots that write to me on email asking about, you know, please don't use sarcasm. The only answer I can give to those bots is, I will never use sarcasm. And I'll just wait for the bots to start smoking after that. So remember, don't go to the link that's below this video, and you'll stay safe, and you'll be on the road to uniformity of thought, the end of dissent, and permanent world peace. So thanks for staying with us, and who knows, one day we might come up with a safe guest, and you have to keep tuning in to tell. And if you want to see where we're actually on with the real shows, go to lostartsradio.com, and we'll see you there. Have a good night.